And I expect these things to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. Or 10 to 20.
Nope, the West has already fallen. Just men only see physical. They can only see symptoms. They can only see economies and people and governments, but they can never see the ontology. If you look at the West's ontology, everything is already done. It's already hyperinflated. There's no respect. There's no hierarchy. There's no structure. There's no consequence. Everything has been buried. Everything that makes a civilization is buried. All the hyper dense beings replace, or rather, they fill the void of all the inflated beings, but that creates a mismatch, and that is not sustainable.
Years. Okay, I don't know the time frame, okay? I expect these things to happen.
Correct, but they've already happened, so even he's already late. He just doesn't realize the ontological, not physical.
Okay, the first thing that's going to happen in the Western world is...
Death of ontology. It's already happened, but he's going to name a symptom. Watch.
Decline of democracy and freedom.
Like I just said, decline of ontology. What does democracy and freedom point to? It orbits one thing: being, weight of being, hierarchy, structure, consequence, impact, weight. The West no longer has that. It just has inflation. It just has inflated identities and egos. Beings that believe they are more than they are. That's a big problem because that's no longer society. That's a ticking thermal time bomb, emitting too much heat that can be regulated.
So remember, in the rise phase, society is democratic and open.
In the rise phase, it's highly dense. There's a lot of being. There's a lot of dense consciousness all moving towards one direction. It's a coherent form of probability, a big probability organism that moves forward towards one thing, one goal, one alignment. The West, modern West, no longer has it. Extinct, gone, already dead.
Meritocratic. But as you move on, it becomes more...
It decays because, again, the West is very individualistic, and that comes at a cost compared to a place like Asia, where it is, you don't get as many dense beings, but everyone remains overall dense, which means it's slower. The progression is slower compared to the West, where you get a couple super dense beings, but it leaves out all the overall dense overall beings. So progression is very fast, but also extremely unsustainable.
Meritocratic and ultimately authoritarian, okay? So we will see the United States, Europe become much more authoritarian. You will see a collapse of democracy and freedom in...
More like a collapse of being, and it's already happened. So again, Professor Jiang's just naming symptoms. He knows the West is going to fall. He knows it's already over. He knows democracy and freedom and all that stuff is basically rotting now. He just doesn't see what the source is, which is being, which is ontology. Because the moment men step into ontology and being, you don't have to look at yourself. And the truth is, most men will not do that. Governments will not do that. Your average man will not do that. Your inflated man will not do that because then it crushes him, because then he has to go back to physics and realize, my life is weighted, I am weighted, do I bend reality or not? Am I inflated or am I real? And the answer for most of them is zero. So Professor Jiang is looking at symptoms, like all professors do. They do not realize the source, because even the source would crush them and make them realize. Everything I've been doing is just orbiting, naming symptoms, but never moving forward and collapsing the real thing. Because the truth is, without the West, without the access to the world, this entire world is going to run into a lot of big problems, which is why I say, collapse the eye, make reflect reality before the inflation overtakes you, overtakes your country, and then it's too late.